unfinished business. It's a show about cats. No,
Mostly.
it's a lot of cats. We like cats. We have cats. We're not sponsored by anyone, but we do. Oh wait, if this is your first time here, what is happening? A D&D show. It gets better every time we film it. I promise you. Don't watch the backlog, or watch the backlog. No, you need to know the story. Okay, stop watching this video. Go watch the story. There's gonna be a recap, but do us a favor and subscribe. We're not sponsored by anyone, but we do utilize D&D Beyond and Roll20 for all of our gaming needs. Yeah, if you are a representative of either of those platforms and you're like, these girls are doing it wrong, let us know. We'd like to know how to do it right. No, like for legal reasons.
Please don't sue us. Just email us and we'll fix it.
Yeah.
We will, we promise.
Just email us. All right, let's play the theme song. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Param, a planet created by Param the Laughter. That's right, they named the planet after themselves because why wouldn't you? Let's all be honest about that, huh? You'd name it after yourself if you made a whole planet. Now, on to Leticia and Megan with the recap. Here's what you missed if you didn't already subscribe and have been watching the shows. We're 7 in, baby. It's been a lot.
And welcome back to the library. Last time we hung out, Sybil explained that the still immobilized Rhea had most likely become an unwitting sleeper agent via her pact with the darkness. This, of course, would not be ideal should the group choose to go through with their plan to find a way out of AfterWorld that didn't include them being darkness touch in their next lives, especially if said plan included them killing said deity. Sybil therefore offered to switch Rhea's pact to one with the laughter, Sybil's own deity, opposed to the darkness and creator of Param. Or she would just have to wipe Rhea's memories of the library for Sybil's safety and that of the other party members. When she was again granted control of her body, Rhea unhappily listened to what her friends had to say. Options were discussed, including a proposal from Leica that perhaps she could manifest herself to be strong enough to be Rhea's new source of power. And following both Dr. Rumbletack and Amalite stealing the books that they had been reading, Rhea asked Sybil for a moment of privacy with her companions, to which Sybil agreed. When they were alone, Rhea told the others that she would agree to let Sybil wipe her memory in order to keep them all safe, but in a rare moment of vulnerability confessed that the idea terrified her and asked that they make good on the trust that she was putting in them. Emily then had the great idea that Rhea should write her future memoryless self a note telling her to trust her friends, but then promptly followed it up with the terrible idea to write said note on a torn-out page from the book she was trying to steal. After that, as is par for the course for our chaotic crew, everything fell apart. Sybil stormed back into the room, suspicious and paranoid, found the pilfer tones, and was just about to wipe everyone's memories when, thanks to a hail Param persuasion attempt from Leica, she decided instead to let them prove that they were too strong of allies to be ignored. How would they prove this? Why, trial by combat, of course. And now, you're all caught up.
One would think you guys were vamping because you were afraid to get into combat.
Of course not. Never.
What?
What?
I mean, a little, yes.
Let me fight this bird.
All Amalite wants is to fight birds, but
yeah,
she's not good at it.
Okay. Well, here we go. Having destroyed Sybil's trust in you as allies, she's granted you the opportunity of a final test to prove your worth. Dun, dun, dun!
I can hear like music.
Stress. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
You follow her back up those hidden stairs behind the bookshelf, out into the library proper, where her wings spread out and she glides over to land on top of her desk. And she gestures to you all. Please, prepare yourselves for the test.
Rhea pulls out
Are you raising your hand for me, or are you raising your hand for Sybil?
I'm gonna decide. I haven't decided who I'm raising my hand for yet.
All right, Rhea?
Rhea pulls out her sword, slices it across the back of her arm, and it lights with fire. I'm gonna roll my
Wait,
damage.
slow down. Ah! Oh, sorry, Ruby.
Yes.
Can we like have a rest maybe first?
A rest. Oh, do you need a nap? I guess
would
you will be
like
very useful to the darkness if you
I
have
really-
to nap
rest?
beforehand.
Well, what if she stays awake and then I just take a nap?
Leica, we did take a long rest
We
recently.
took a long rest.
Yeah, but I've done a little bit of magic since then.
Oh, you keep doing your persuasion rolls.
Done just a little bit, and I think a nap would really help me refocus.
Amalite takes out her sword.
Oh, fine. I take out my sword too.
You wish to take a rest while your friends take the test.
No,
Please,
no, no,
go lay against the pillar over yonder.
no. I don't think I'm not a very heavy sleeper, so I would just get distracted and want to fight anyway. So I'll just go ahead and fight now.
Oh, you want to take a long sleeping rest, not even a short break.
I'm not sure which one I wanted to take. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Oh, no.
You could try manifesting one real fast.
What?
You could try
Manifest, right.
manifesting one real fast.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah. Actually, if you give me just a moment, ma'am, and I want to try and manifest a short rest.
You're gonna manifest a rest? You're gonna try?
I'm gonna mana rest.
Not Magic the Gathering.
Okay. I can't remember what's my modifier for manifesting.
You don't have one.
Thanks. That it's a 14.
You haven't been trained in it yet. Well, for this one, for manifesting the rest, you can add your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
Your wisdom modifier.
Ooh, I'm excited. I might have to take an Adderall.
Rachel, you're being nice and it's making me so nervous.
It's like, you know what? We'll throw them a short rest. They could use it.
Sure.
That's an 18 total.
Oh, you close your eyes and visualize what it feels like to be rested and wakeful and at full capacity. And you hold on to that feeling. And you hold on to it until Sybil coughs. And you realize you're not going to be able to do it right now.
Fuck. Not in character.
May we have a moment to speak with one another?
Certainly, the books have ears.
Don't doubt that.
Okay. Well, let's not say anything mean about the books while we strategize here.
Or maybe just don't be too obvious about our strategies because Sybil might know.
Well, I've never I've fought with the two of you a little bit.
And we don't.
Doctor, what?
You don't have your little minion.
Hidden.
No. I think it will be all right, though. Is there? I'm somewhat new to the concept of fighting. Is there a strategy that we should all take?
Yes, kill things and don't die.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I mean, she's not wrong, but I always just like to think about who. Well, for example, I'm quite big and quite strong, and you're quite small, and
Yes.
you've not got armor on, right?
I have armor. But I am still very small.
Rachel,
Regardless of the armor, I'm a little man.
can I do a perception check to see if there are any like critters, since it's a jungle bookstore library?
It's a jungle book.
Yes, Mowgli, you can.
I got
Don't
a
be hypnotized by
19.
coffee.
All right, you look around and all you can see are the plants. And you see now that there are a lot of vines and beautiful flowers all over the place. And as you're looking for other critters, your eyes pass over Sybil, and she has taken out a spell book and basically has a scroll bandolier strapped across herself.
Fuck.
2 thoughts. Number 1, I knew I should have taken speak with plants. Number 2, Sybil's getting scary, everyone. And I point to her.
Oh. All right. Well, we know that she can fly. Does anyone have anything to prevent that from
I
happening?
can jump and climb.
If we
It's
cut
my instinct.
if we cut off her wings, then she won't be able to fly.
All right.
Sorry, the
I
prospect of
have-
that is horrifying.
Or maybe I could just grab them.
Sure. I mean, I suppose either way, it's
Sybil, is it against the rules if I grab your wings?
Don't ask.
She could hear us anyway.
It's just a fight. Do what you got to do.
Can I try casting hypnotic pattern to see if I can charm her?
Before we even start? Nice.
Yeah.
Not yet. Because my screens haven't loaded.
Can I, while they're talking about this, can I?
You know what? Why don't you guys all go to the bathroom real quick? We'll reconvene in 5. You can have done the nature check while she did the perception check.
Okay. Yeah, that's
You
kind
can
of
do the nature check.
Ask
Okay.
a timing question. How long has it been since we left the
Downstairs.
downstairs room?
Like 3 minutes max.
Okay, rad. I still have +5 bonus to charisma checks.
I rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter. Continue.
Okay.
Okay, I want to try and cast hypnotic pattern to charm Sybil, so we can do our initiative off.
Yeah. Dyer, what is your radius on your
10.
10?
Yes.
10-foot radius?
Hang on. Now I'm like diameter, radius. One moment.
I mean, either way, we should all be in it. I think.
Yeah.
'Cause we've
Every
got
creature within 10 feet.
Yeah, within 10 feet. So yeah, 10-foot radius.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the math.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right. I'm going to move you guys to the library floor.
Here we go.
Sybil is this right here.
Okay.
I didn't
So
know
we
if it
were
was like-
probably chatting like over here, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like
Yeah.
these are stairs that everyone can see, and what was over there? It's the secret spot.
Oh, this is the
Oh.
stairs you came up.
Hey, that was a good question to ask, Dyer. I just was making fun of you.
Thank you. Is this a pillar?
Hey, Erin.
This is a pillar. This is a pillar. All the green thingies, these are pillars. This is an arch that is 20 feet above you. This thing.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
This is also an arch that is 20 feet above you. These are
cool.
pillars. These are pillars. This is a fallen pillar. I didn't make the text big enough so that on Erin's screen share, you could read it.
I was gonna say, now that we've seen the whole thing, can you zoom in so people can see the
I
individual
just
icons
did.
a little bit better?
Yeah. We're zooming over here.
Woo.
Woo. Oops, that's yeah, great, cool, awesome. This gets better every time. This gets better every time. This gets better every time.
I also just realized we're having this whole conversation while Rhea's just holding this flaming sword.
Yeah, you've
Yep.
already like slit your arm, and there's blood everywhere. Ugh.
It's just kind of, it's fine. She sort of like wiped it off, you know? She
I'm
was just
pretty
ready to
sure
go.
Amalite's just leaning against her sword like it's a walking cane or something. She's like,
Amazing.
oh my god.
Yes.
Are we gonna get
We
the
have any
door
artists walking throughout this
sometime?
moment?
Like, we gotta go out for drinks.
Mhm.
Okay.
45.
All right. So you guys wanted to
Measuring.
do some things here.
Yes.
So we were going to do an initiative off to see who moves first. Basically, we're all trying to do a surprise round on each other, which that's not how those work. So let's we're all just going to roll initiative. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, hey.
All right. 25 to 20.
Oof.
That's what
Listen
you
to
got.
that silence.
It's real loud.
19 to 15.
16.
16.
19.
Hey.
All right, Amalite and Rhea, who wants to go first?
I'm gonna guess Rogue beats me, but unless you want me to go first.
I think you can go first. Yeah.
Cool.
And then Doctor.
9.
Hey, good job.
It makes sense. He literally has no
It does.
experience
You
with
don't know what's
fighting.
Yeah, he doesn't have very much experience.
Mm-mm.
All right. So
Shit.
hold on. Sybil flies over to you. And I need everybody to make something in a minute. I need everybody to make
Cookies.
everyone can make me cookies, then you'll get out of this. Just
I have a cookie. in
Oh,
the
yeah.
purse.
Your challenge is baking
All right.
cookies.
You guys have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw in
We can
order
add
to
4 because of
the
dire.
spell that she is casting on you. Yes, you can add 4.
Is this perchance a charm effect?
Nope.
Is this
Cool.
perchance magic?
Yes.
Great.
It is a spell that is being cast at you.
Is she wearing
Doesn't
a scroll?
matter.
Is she wearing a scroll the way that people wear like big scary bullets? Like
Yeah, she's wearing her scroll bandolier is like big scary bullets.
Like a machine
Kind
gun
of
roll.
scrolls. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it just goes around both sides of her, and each side is just scrolled up. Scrolled up, baby. All right, what'd you all roll?
25.
I forgot to roll.
18.
10.
Oof.
That was
It
at
so
advantage.
high. Oh,
Oof.
This is a saving throw, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sorry. 22. I forgot. After all of that, I forgot like us +4.
9 plus 4 plus 4.
17.
27. Right? Yeah.
17.
17.
9?
Oh, 9. I thought you said 19. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
It's 27.
27.
It's fine. Everything is great.
All right. So, Doctor and Leica, you guys did not save.
Oh,
And so,
she's way too high for us to be messing with. Of a character level.
And
you
she's
guys,
fucking blazed out of her
Just
mind.
blaze over her mind. All those shrooms, guys.
you guys you feel this magical energy convalesce around you as she just does a little bird click at you, and the magic transports you away.
Well, that's
Away,
rude.
away?
Dr. Rumbletack, you find yourself 60 feet up from the ground, standing on a pillar
Oh,
in front of a shelf
okay.
high up in the library.
Okay.
Leica, you find yourself on a pillar high up in the library, only 40
Okay.
feet off the ground.
What the
Are we
fuck
anywhere on the map at this point?
You are, but you're not on this map.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can we see them?
Not right now, no. You will have to do perception checks on your turn. Also, I forgot that I needed to change Leica's aura thingy on all of her on her people in case you guys go around places. Hold on, I shouldn't have given that away. Oh well.
all
2
good.
seconds.
Also, apologies to everyone watching the board. I am realizing that my normal thing of like scrolling in and out that I do is not helpful for you. So I will get better at this.
No, I have the same issue. The way I instinctively scroll on this does not translate well to Roll20, and I end up being like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be up high.
Have fun.
All right. So
At least you maybe won't die.
Earlier, at least.
I'll be lonely. That's even worse.
all right. So she casts that spell at you. And then while she grins at the two of you who made it, she says, you are some strong-willed creatures, I see. And we are gonna get, for you guys, I'm gonna need you to make for me strength saving throws.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, it's just Rhea who needs to make a strength saving throw.
Rude. I used to be better at these, and then Matt Mercer changed blood hunters from strength based to dex based. So here we go. Oh, okay. 21.
Okay, you just manage to get out of their grasp.
I just kind of she was trying to
And
grab me?
that's not with Leica's +4, right? Because she's gone now.
No,
so you
that
guys
is
don't
not
have
with
it.
Leica's +4. I rolled a natural 18.
I am no longer within 10 feet of you.
I just kind of smile at her.
And you, the vines against the pillar retreat back against the pillar.
Cool.
And now it is Leica's turn. Leica, give me 1 second and I'll get to where you are on the map. You are here.
Oh no. You are
made a
here.
second map? That's amazing.
Who's
Oh.
this cutie with the?
If you'll notice in the corner, this says floor 3. Babes, I made 4 different maps.
So
Who's
I'm
the purple
40.
person?
I'm
Wow,
40
you're
feet.
never getting back to us.
Yeah, you're 40 feet off the ground. You're chilling on this pillar that is by one of the
And how much
self-doubt are you filled with? So much.
infinite. How much
real?
how much landing area? This is not the right word, but how much like space am I on?
You are on it's 5 feet wide, this pillar,
Uh,
and it is that many feet long. However, the length of the green,
oh, okay, the green is
the
the length.
darker
Okay.
green is the pillar. The
great.
bookshelves, if you'll notice over here in the corner, I've written the word bookshelf as an indicator for you all that these same colored things are bookshelves.
all the way around. Okay.
You
That's a good
fancy
key.
being.
Sorry, could you explain that again? The whole that you write it and it's that thing.
You see how I've put the word bookshelves here since I'm a bad artiste.
Oh.
These are
reminds me-
bookshelves too.
This reminds me of that beautiful, beautiful map that we did on paper in person that said log.
I'm gonna find it.
We should probably put that out.
Wow, what good times.
Oh.
It's a classic. It's a Rachel Summers
is.
map classic.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Leica, what would you like to do?
Back to us.
I was prepared for lots of other things to happen. I was not prepared for this. So
That checks out. That checks
It's a fun one, right?
it's really
It's,
fun.
I also am not a fan.
Are the
Also not a
bookshelves?
fan.
So those are just shelves. Like I can't walk onto that yellow area.
Hold on 1 second.
Like there's not like a balcony or a balustrade or something like around there.
No, those bookshelves go up another 40 feet or another 20 feet.
Okay, so fuck. Well then fuck.
But they don't go down.
Huh?
They don't go down. So this pillar is sort of coming out from the side of the bookshelf kind of independently. And then there's another pillar that goes up this way. And then the bookshelves rise. But there's nothing below you.
Oh, okay, I got you. But like the bookshelves that are there also keep going down.
These bookshelves, hold on. I just pressed on the Zoom call like it was going to make a circle. These bookshelves do not go down. These bookshelves do go down.
But the side ones. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
How far spaced apart are these bookshelves?
These are solid walls of bookshelves around the outside, and they go up and down.
But do they look like?
If you want to try and climb them, you can. You'll have to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Right. How does falling work again?
Falling, you take damage.
Right. No, I know that. I know that.
D6 for every 10 feet.
Yeah, so you'll take
6
2d6
for every 10 feet. Okay.
You'll take 46.
If you fall from the top.
46 points of damage. Just kidding.
That's lava damage right there. Come on. Man, this would be such a fun battle for Nim. She'd be having so much fun jumping all
Climb
over
all
and climbing
around.
everything.
It would be so fun.
So Ray is also pretty good at climbing, so.
Okay. This is really fucked up. I'm gonna find Steed,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna jump on my Caribou, my reindeer, which looks a little bit like a dog, but is it?
He looks 100% like a dog because I can't find any reindeer on Roll20. Okay.
Okay,
They were like, pay for premium. And I was like, no.
No, yeah, I'll find one for you somewhere. And then I'm gonna be like, hi, I've just met you. Really sorry about this. Would you jump off, please?
So you're going to get on your animal and then jump off with your animal.
Yeah, it's immortal.
And you're going to believe that he's going to take all the damage for you.
No, but a lot of it.
All right.
That's a bold bet.
It's magic. It comes back.
What if he falls on you?
I'm on him.
Things flip in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He could flip in the air.
What?
We'll
No, he's
see what the DM rules.
I'm actively asking it to jump down. He's not gonna flip in the air.
No, but
He's
not
not
on
a
purpose.
cat.
Like gravity.
But like if its legs break,
Hold on. I got to see
If it
you make to the
tumbles.
second floor here.
I'm using the stats for an elk.
It has 13 hit
It
points.
has 13 hit points.
Oh, so it's dead.
Great, but I'm fine.
No, you take half
You
damage.
fall on top of it.
But I only take half of 13 damage.
No, I've rolled separate damage for you, Leica.
Why? But it took that chunk of the damage, right?
Leica, you're both falling 40 feet. This isn't like putting down an inflatable pillow and then jumping onto the inflatable pillow. Like it's not
Am I stupid?
it's a caribou. I don't think
Stupid.
I don't think caribou can like jump from
I'll
is
look
it a
up.
caribou or is it a reindeer?
it's a
That's-
reindeer.
That's the same thing.
All right. I feel like caribou and reindeer can't be the same thing.
They're the exact same thing.
I do think I've heard that.
One is the American word for it. One is the European.
Santa's word.
Yeah.
I typed in can reindeer and Google was like fly.
Same with caribou. What happens if you fall 40 feet while on a horse?
Yes, that's what you should Google. That is the Google that should be happening.
Well, because like the thing that you land on takes the brunt of the impact.
Yes,
Like,
and
obviously,
it took
all
all
sucks for you, but like if the majority of the force is dissipated upon the thing that's under you, like a percentage wise, significantly less impact hits you, and it's only 40 feet.
But like momentum wise,
dire.
still
The caribou took all 4d6. You are going to take 2d6.
Yeah.
but it's separate from 13.
It's
Yeah.
separate from 13. I rolled it separately.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I had to take I had to take 4d6 as well, and I was like, but
No,
it did that. Okay, great. Sorry, this is so fucked up.
You're gonna have to take 3d6 now for trying my patience. Is what's gonna have to happen. You take 5 points of damage.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I took to. That's how much damage I took
That's
to light
not
myself
bad.
on fire.
Gosh.
You guys, there's a whole website devoted to this question, and I'm not even joking.
Wait, what does it
Are they
say?
D&D nerds or they equestrian nerds?
They're equestrian. Would a
Or
horse be
fucking monsters.
would a
Yeah.
horse be sufficient buffer to prevent injury when falling from a great height? The situation, the question, my research, and then like final conclusions.
What are the final
What
conclusions?
What's the conclusion?
None of this matters as far as the DM's rolling.
the final conclusion is to fall onto trees.
That's not helpful.
Rachel, can I fall on the trees instead?
Oh wait,
should've
the
jumped
advantage.
onto-
Okay, wait, sorry. There was an
Jumped onto
earlier
this, like,
point.
pillar over here that's
It
covered in vines.
became resoundingly clear right off the bat that the answer is no. Horses do not make good airbags based on physics, but this is D&D. We don't need physics.
It's also not a horse, so.
There's that. Just don't impale yourself.
Oh
on the
dear, is it my
antler.
turn? Can I do things?
Well, as soon as it took the damage, it just disappeared. So you
Yeah,
had
and then you know what? And then you fell on the floor for another d6 damage.
Oh!
Tired of this. Rhea, it is your turn.
Great. This feels like too many things for me to be able to do in a turn, but the rules say I can. So I'm gonna cast Hex on her as a bonus action.
Do I get a save against that?
You do not. It just happens.
All right.
I'm gonna double check so that the internet doesn't come for me.
Doc.
Yeah, there's no save. Okay. So I'm gonna cast that. And then I'm gonna move over to her. And then I'm gonna attack.
She's 10 feet in the air.
Oh, she is?
She is flying.
Ooh.
She flew over to you
Oh,
guys.
shit.
She's 10 feet in the air.
Is there like a shot glass we could put her on visually?
No, I looked into 3D maps and then I exited out
Oh, yeah.
nearly immediately.
No, I don't blame you. It makes me queasy just thinking about trying to do that.
Just keep in your mind, she's a bird. She's flying.
Just draw wings on her.
And if you need to know if she's flying or not, ask me and I'll tell you, yes, she's flying. Or no, she's landed.
Ugh. Well, that changes things. And so I'm gonna cast Hex on her. I don't really want to blow.
The man down.
Yeah, both of my spells
Yo ho.
on the first go, though. Okay. Does this?
Sorry, what saving throw are you hitting with her skill?
Oh yes, strength. Because that includes acrobatics if she were to say try and grapple us and pull us into the air, correct?
I think hers to attack you guys is strength. If she's initiating.
Yeah,
the
if she
grapple.
tries to initiate a grapple, it's an athletics check.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not gonna bow, I guess, and I'm instead gonna just try and cast Chill Touch at her. I have a feeling this is not gonna work. So I make a ranged spell attack, which counts as an attack for purposes of Hex, yes? Because it's still an attack, and it doesn't say a weapon attack, it just says attack.
Whenever you hit with an attack.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Hallelujah. Her sheet finally came up. Okay.
Congratulations. I'm glad
Well, I rolled a
a
natural 20
You hit.
because Rhea's pissed.
Pew, pew, pew.
Get her
So-
down.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, I believe it's 2d8 because I'm level 6. I rolled terribly. So 6 necrotic damage, and then an additional, oof, come on, damage rolls. 1 damage from Hex. So 7 damage on it. Oh, but 14 because it's a natural 20 total. Unless you need the types.
No, that'll be okay.
Okay. Oh, but Hex is necrotic anyway. So it's 14 points of necrotic damage. And she can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
That's the chill touch one. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Amalite, you are up.
Super duper.
Dupa, dupa.
Yeah, I guess I will still, I'd like to cast Hypnotic Pattern, which is a 30-foot cube, and she needs to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed.
Ooh, she rolled a natural 1.
And she failed. Far too charming. Okay, so she is now charmed for, I think, just for a minute. But I would like to, so the cube is like this huge hypnotic pattern of like colors and sparkles. And I think Amalite would like to walk into, I guess, the middle of it where she is and say, Sybil, come here. Come on down.
Bring her to my reach.
Birdie.
Oh no, she does fall down. Wait, is falling damage, is it 1d6 for every 10 feet or for every 20
Yes.
feet?
I
It's
don't
for
even
every
recall.
10 feet.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's 10 feet.
She can just casually float down.
No, let her take damage.
No.
What are you saying?
The creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
I thought she was just charmed.
No. So while charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an effective creature if it takes damage or if someone else uses an action to take the
I need
creature
to
out of
learn
its
how to read. I think Amalite walked in there fully prepared to have like a lovely conversation, and then this bird just like fell out.
So she
checks
plummets
out. That
out of the
checks out.
sky at your feet, and she's no longer charmed. She waves off the hypnotic
Then-
pattern.
Amazing.
Oh man,
I-
we should have had you go first.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
Damn,
Can
she's
I
on the
try
ground
to-
though. This is great.
Can I try
But
to
the-
wrap her up?
The hypnotic pattern is now gone. Hypnotic pattern casting time was 1 action and you moved. So that's trying to tie somebody up would be considered another action.
I should have gone first.
Dupa, dupa right here.
Yeah. So I could have attacked her.
Do I get a bonus?
You do have bonus actions that you can do, I believe.
Well, so she just fell. Okay. Never mind. Next.
That is
Okay.
going to be the good doctor.
Cool. Where am I?
Bum, 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 bum.
Sorry, I didn't even just like perceive before I just jumped down.
You're over here.
Awesome. So could you point to where on the map or / can I see where everyone else is below me?
If you move over a little bit, you can try and peek down the pillar.
Okay. So he is
So if you
going
peek down the
to-
pillar, you can just make out Sybil and Amalite, and you can kind of see Rhea. I'd say it's going to be hard. You can see that Leica jumped down. Oh, nope, that's the wrong level.
On a caribou.
You can see, yeah, you'd be able to see that she jumped down because
It
she's
was
like
a
over-
magic caribou. It was
So
like
they're like
below you.
around in here,
Okay.
like around over here.
Got it.
And then-
And the bookshelf next to me, is that on the same level or no?
the bookshelf next to you, I'm just going to double check here. Yes, but it is rising up. So you are on sort of the second story of this bookshelf on an independent pillar, but it goes below you and above you.
Goes
Is it-
below me and above me.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
extending these ways.
But it's
Got
not
it.
actively moving.
It is not actively moving.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of rooted against these 2 pillars. There's a pillar 20 feet below you as well,
Mhm.
like that can be stood upon. And then this small shelf goes up and up and up.
Okay. And the pillar, the thing that is the thing I'm on right now, the green, is that an arch or a pillar?
it's like it's a slanted pillar this way. So this is a pillar that's sort of coming and reaching out from the books. And there's a supportive pillar underneath it. So it's like long like this.
Cool. Love it. Okay.
They're all kind of like weird and held up by magic. It's
I
not
like it,
real
I like it. That's really neat.
architecture. So
So I think when he arrives, he's gonna have a little moment of like, huh, huh, and then like squat like as like low as he can, and then just kind of like peek over the side and see what's happening. And then he is going to take a minute to gather himself and then take a couple of tools. So I've got a filing here and then a magnifying glass here, and then he's going to like carve into the air a little bit, and then magically a small cannon appears and is going to, can we put the cannon on, well, I want to be able to hit people, so like the square that is,
this is the cannon.
yes.
Yes.
monkey?
What?
What
No,
is
it's
that?
like a sexy little cannon holder.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
That is the best I could find.
It's perfect. It's wonderful. Can you
So
put it?
you have permission now to move that around, or at least
Oh,
you should.
Amazing.
Try and move it.
I do. Yes.
Sweet.
So he spends his turn crafting a magical small cannon. That's it.
Okay. All right, top of the round. Back to the first floor. Wait, Amalite. She looks at you and she goes, try to stun me. Or hold on, that's not her voice. Try to stun me, did you? And she casts at
Wait,
you.
sorry.
Amalite,
It lasts a minute.
No, but she takes damage. It ends
I took
early.
damage when I fell and it ended.
Are you freaking kidding me?
That's what it
Yeah.
said at the end of the spell. I
That's what I was.
No, I'm just dumb.
That's why I was like, oh, you should have gone first. Because if you had gone first, I still would have been able to hit her. And I just want to do a thing.
Oh.
you
Okay, sorry, back to your beautiful performance.
how many hit points do you have?
That was supposed to be a joke earlier.
I have 45.
You have 45. All right. You are dumbfounded and stunned.
Power
So
word
you are
done.
You are out, my friend.
Nasty.
At the end of your turn, at the end of each of your turns, you can make a Constitution saving throw.
Sybil, I was going to be nice to you. I didn't talk to you.
How,
Can't they do
how high
shit?
level is that power word stun? Is that like a
That is an
Pretty
8th
high.
level spell.
Real high. Very high. Do you have
cool?
counterspell?
No.
Oh, okay. I got so excited because you asked.
I do not. I only have up to 2nd level spells right now. So
I hate combat.
All right. And she launches up
No.
into the air.
So mad.
You
I'm
need
sorry.
to make another strength saving throw for me.
Oh my gosh. I should have moved away. I forgot. That's one reason I should have moved away from this.
I'm
stupid-
sorry. She might be higher level than we are.
Really? She can guess 8th level spells. I think we're fine.
Yeah,
Um,
no. This is supposed to-
It's an 11, so I don't think I win.
No, the vines on the pillar wrap around you. They lash out and they restrain you against it.
This
So
is
you are
so
now
embarrassing.
restrained. You can use
Cool.
your action to make a strength check to try and get out of the restraints.
Okay.
Leica, you are up.
Yeah, so I'm over here. Can you get rid of my reindeer? It's dissipated.
Okay, but I want to remind everyone that I am a jerk, and in squares, I count diagonals as like, this is 5, this is 10, this
But-
is 15,
But this is
20.
doing actual math.
I
You're
don't,
not a
You're
jerk.
not
You're
a-
old school.
I don't care about it. I'm old school.
Mm.
So you can put that
Basically, if
arrow
you're going
away.
diagonals, 2 diagonals is 15 feet. So
That's how I do it. That's
Oh,
how it makes sense in my
no.
brain.
yeah.
You're allowed to hate me for this because I do recognize that it is a hateable thing.
But only
Nah,
because it's
nah,
a
man.
square. It's
But
a
it's
square, so
wrong.
therefore it's geometrically, it's the same. Right? It's 5, 5.
But only if you're going directly in a straight exact diagonal line like this. That's the only way it would go like that. If I'm moving to like a shorter distance, like this would be still be 30 feet, even though it's not up, over, up, over, up, over, up, over.
An old school rule.
I'm fine with it. I'm not the one who had to make this campaign. I just show up and enjoy. I will play by the rules.
Okay. I will here.
No, it's okay.
Speed was
I-
still alive.
I see your face and I see how upset you are about it. And
I'm
I
not
want you to
actually
know-
that upset. I'm just,
I want you to know someone else has already brought this up to me in another campaign that I run and how much he also hates it. And I accept that.
I take partial whatever, Rachel, because you played with us for a
Responsibility?
very long time. Yeah. Does your dad use that rule, or did you pick that up in our household?
I don't remember now at this point. I don't
Okay.
remember.
but
Probably-
it's math.
Probably you guys, but
Okay,
Probably.
so that was my movement. Then I'm gonna we're still within 10 minutes since coming upstairs, right?
We gotta be.
yeah.
Then I would like to please say to her, you'll get a better idea of how good we are if you stay on the ground. And I am trying to persuade her to stop flying around.
Okay. Let's see how that goes for you.
Hang on. Math. 15 plus 7 plus.
15 plus 7
What?
is 22.
Hang on. 15 plus 7 plus, and then I forgot how much the other thing is. 15 plus 7 plus.
22.
23.
23.
27.
15 plus 5.
Wait,
28.
Okay.
wait. Really?
16 plus 7?
Oh, 15.
Wait.
1 5.
Oh, sorry. I heard 16. Yes,
1
you're,
5
you're
plus-
correct.
1
My
5
brain
plus
just
7.
broke.
1 5
I'm
plus
so
7 plus
sorry.
5. 27.
I heard 16, so I was like, no, it's 23.
Okay.
No, 15 plus 7 is 22.
22. Yeah.
She just looks at you and she goes, if you wish to prove to me that you are too valuable of an asset to let loose to the darkness, then I should give you everything I've got, shouldn't I?
That's a good argument.
Come say that to my sword, you bitch. Rhea probably mutters under her breath.
But I still have an action, correct? Because that was just me talking.
I will let you do the talking as a bonus action.
Thank you. That I would like to cast Hold Person on her.
Okay. What level of spell is Hold Person?
I'm using it as it's
She has
only
counter
usable
spell.
as a second level spell.
Second level?
Mhm.
All right. You cast Hold Person out at her. And the spell energy, you can feel it zeroing in on her presence. But stones that you did not notice earlier that are circling around her head, one swips to the forefront and just absorbs the energy of the spell.
Am I at least holding the stone?
You are not holding the stone. No, it's around her head. You're not holding any stone. It's a beautiful marbled lavender and green ellipsoid.
Where is my turn?
Rhea, you're restrained.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess none of that matters if I can't break out of this. So you just said a strength check, correct?
Yes.
Not that matters because it's the same as my saving throw. 13?
That's not going to do it. So you are still restrained.
Okay.
All right. So that was your action. You can't take any
Yes.
movement.
Yes, but if I have a bonus action, I don't think I do. I'm just double checking. Okay, cool. Then I'm done. No, she'll say, if anyone could help me out of these plants, that'd be great. Or get her to come down to the ground.
Are we still wearing our fireproof armor that we got for
Yes.
Lyca's trial?
Yeah.
All right. Amalite, you've been power word stunned. So you can make a constitution saving throw to try and get unstunned.
Come on, Amalite.
Ooh.
She's playing dirty.
Constitution save 19.
You did not make it.
Am I paralyzed or like can I still think?
You are dumbfounded. So you're just like shut down. You're stunned. This is like, I don't know what's going on. Too stunned to think, too stunned to move.
Damn.
You're like how I feel
Yeah.
every time we do combat.
Whatever,
So I can't even like talk to
What-
my bag. and say,
whatever
like,
dumbfounded means to you. You could freak out at your bag, but dumbfounded. You are dumbfounded. So
No, I think just like very big cat eyes, just like shocked by this bird.
You know, when you bring them back from the vet and they're like completely high and their like mouths hang open where they're like,
Yeah. And I feel like Amalite, cats always think they have total mastery over birds. And now she's like, this bird's better than me. And she's even more in love.
Oh my god. Wow. Identity crisis over there.
Owned by a bird. Did you make your constitution saving throw?
Oh, I did. It was 19. I didn't save.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
she didn't
Sorry,
save.
I missed it.
That's
No,
okay.
that's okay.
19 though, you would think.
I have a feeling her DC is 20 because I barely succeeded with a 21. So it's probably either 20 or 21.
Yowza.
Not to metagame, but
Not to metagame, but if I was metagaming.
but if I was metagaming,
If I was
20,
someone who
21 folks.
metagamed, probably 20.
What if I
If
was
you're
to do
keeping
that
track at
thing?
home. But is it metagaming if it's just random knowledge? Because it doesn't really affect anything I do.
It's like a rate of perceived exertion. That's like a thing
Yeah.
that people talk about.
Right. It just
Sure.
means I personally will know when I see the result.
So you said, hey, Amalite, on a scale of 1 to 21, the rate of perceived exertion is 21.
Doctor.
Doc.
Okay.
doctor, give me the news. We gotta get you down from those pews.
So you can see that Amalite is stunned. Leica is over there. You can barely see Rhea, and you can no longer see Sybil.
Fuck. I can't see Sybil at all. Did I see what direction she flew in?
Yes, you would have seen that she flew somewhere underneath the pillar that you're currently standing on.
Ooh, okay. Can I peek over the side of the pillar to see if I can see her?
Yes. Which side are you peeking over?
The left side.
Hit the side that you're.
Is that a right click? Is that how you do that? No.
You
How
click
do
and
you
hold.
make it a circle?
Click and hold. Click and hold.
Click and hold. Aha, this side.
Great. You peer over that side, holding on to the dense vines and vegetation that are on. Oh, I should have been having you do this too. Sorry, Dr. Rembletack. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
I forgot you were so close to them.
Good luck.
One for sure.
Natural 20. Got this.
Okay,
Wait,
let me-
what save? What, she's
This is vines.
She's next
Well,
to
I
the
don't
phone.
have negatives to my modifier. That's good. 12.
12. Dr. Rembletack, those vines, you didn't realize it, but they've been they snaked up on your feet and they have bound your arms together and you are stuck in the vines. You can make a strength saving throw to try and get out of them.
Would that be an action?
Um,
It would be an action.
As a note, I did look this up and wasn't gonna say anything till my turn.
Oh
but
yeah.
now that
Okay.
you are also
Tell me.
restrained, A restrained creature can make attack rolls, but they are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws if that ever comes up.
Got it. So the way that the vine is, let me tell you what I want to try. I would like to point the cannon at the vines to try to like loosen the vines from me, but I don't want to hit myself by accident. So is there like a part of the vine that I can shoot for? Yes, dear. Is there a part of the vine that I can shoot for or no?
You'll definitely be doing it at disadvantage to hit the vines.
Okay.
But you can try.
Sure. I mean, I can't see Sybil, so I might as well. Here we go. And that's a natural 1.
No, I was hoping you were gonna say 20.
You fire off your cannon and the shot goes wide and hits the bookshelves behind you.
Cool.
And paper and wood rain down to the
Is there
floor.
fire? Is there any fire there?
Nope.
That makes me sad. I didn't want to hurt the books. That's why I chose the force ballista instead of the fire one. Okay. I'm gonna try the same.
Well, that was your action, or no?
No, cannon stuff is a bonus action for me.
Oh.
Yeah. It just takes an action to create the cannon in the first place. So instead, I'm gonna try casting Tasha's Caustic Brew also on the vines. Is that something that I can do? That would be at disadvantage, correct?
Only if it's an attack.
Yeah. What do you have to roll for Tasha's Caustic Brew?
Whoa.
It's a dex saving throw for the creature. I don't think I need to actually roll an attack.
You don't. So then their vines, they don't really have dexterity. So you would hit them.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cool.
You just drill a little bit right down to where I
Just trying.
Fine, just take the vines out.
So the vines take. Ooh, that's pretty good. 6 damage. And they're like covered in acid, and so they will continue to take damage every round. Also, the spell specifically is like if you like the acid can be spread to someone else. So just saying, if you wanted to also have me take damage, have that happen, but I thought it's only fair to let you know. So
Well, are you trying to cast it down at the vines at your feet? Like, where are you trying to cast this?
yes, that's what I want. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you cast them down at your feet. So that part of the vine is severed off from the vines that are around you. The vines that are around you still sort of retain their strength around you. So you'll need to take time next round getting them off of you.
Okay. But do I need to make a check though next time? Or is it?
No, it's just a thing that will take time to like, shimmy out of vines.
Awesome. Cool.
You know?
I'm going to feed this.
Just gets very excited.
Yeah.
Stops talking. I'll be back.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Okay. Sybil is going to grab one of the spells from her bandolier.
She doesn't have to.
And she is going to hold it in her hand and cast web right at
No.
At me? At Leica, yeah. She's going to move first. She's going to cast web on you and the area. So Leica, I'm going to need you to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
Can it be something else?
Nope.
17 total.
Okay. You're in a web. You're restrained too.
Too bad none of us have boots of spider walk. Oh, I like the web. It's so cool.
It's so cute.
Thanks. I'm an artist.
Are my arms pinned? Like what is this webbing? Am I prone? Or am I just like standing up with
You're
webs?
restrained.
I can
And how
attack it.
can we
I can still attack though.
If I get close to you, yeah.
Well, I have other
Throw your
things.
sword.
Okay.
I would like to cast. This is what I was trying to figure out. Leticia was like, Dyer, what are you counting? And I was like, shut up. Things that I can do. I would like to cast Divine Favor upon myself, please. It lasts for a minute, and then I would like to take my javelins.
Did you
Well,
already have them out, or did you have your sword out?
I didn't have anything out actually. Fuck.
Okay.
Are we playing drawing rules? Weapon rules?
Well, I feel bad because I was like, you can't have your bow out now because you're restrained against a pillar. So I feel like it would be,
I'll take the hit.
I feel like it would be hypocritical for me to be like it can reach your javelin through the web and still attack right now. You know what I mean?
It says
unless it's just her feet.
I
That's
do
a
have
little different.
Yeah.
Rhea's like constricted.
I do have,
honestly, she just kind of like cast the webs straight over like his whole body.
but I do have like grabby. I do have 2 weapon fighting and everything.
That doesn't help.
I know.
I have
was
the
just
ability to
trying-
grab things.
The webs were cast over you like a blanket. So you would have to like fight out to get the thing. You know what? Okay, you can make an attack on her at disadvantage.
Okay.
Remember when we tried to plan before this one?
Yep. I do.
I thought about texting you all. I probably at some point for our next combat will start a group chat without Rachel, so she doesn't know our plots.
Wait, shit. Hang on. Okay, so
I had a plan, but I need to be able to hit her.
Yeah, I should have gone first.
It's fine.
8 plus 7 to hit.
I'm too much of a people pleaser.
15.
Working on it.
I didn't care. I didn't know you had something that was gonna bring her to the
I
ground.
didn't know either. I thought
That-
she was just gonna be charmed.
That'll hit.
It hits.
Yeah.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
a 15.
Okay. Good to
Okay.
know. Good to know. Spellcaster, super squishy.
That does 1d6 plus 6. Oh, are you rolling this or am I rolling this?
You roll it. It's your damage.
I'm freaking out.
She's way too excited.
Okay, 1d6 plus 6. Hang on. Okay, so let me roll that first. Okay, 1d6 plus 6. 2 plus 6, that's 8. And then I cast Divine Favor, so that means I get an extra 1d4. So 8 plus 4 is 12. And then also I want to expend a spell slot to do this other thing that I can do. 1 second, I'm gonna find it.
Go, Dyer, go. Go, Dyer, go.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Never mind, Dyer. Never mind. Dyer.
Never mind, Dyer. If I throw it, it's not a melee weapon.
Correct. It's a thrown weapon. It's a
Then
ranged
don't
weapon.
worry about that other spell slot.
You're gonna do divine smite.
So how
Nope.
much damage did you do to me?
Nope, not gonna do shit. 12.
Okay.
You did damage to Sybil. Yay!
Good job.
My only damage to her was accidental.
Did she
I
die?
did damage. I just rolled real poorly for it.
Oh, wait, fuck. I have a second attack. So I can
Do your next one at disadvantage.
Oh.
What is it?
It was a natural 1.
You
Woo!
missed her.
Do you have a second javelin?
I have 4.
Ah,
Now you
now
have
I have
2. Now you have
Well,
2.
It depends on how poorly I fucked up that throw.
No, you
I'm
effed it up.
close
It's
to
in the
her.
arch now. It's in the arch.
Ah,
Okay,
Released
good.
it. It's in the arch.
I thought maybe I fucked up so bad I just dropped it at my feet.
I
No.
thought maybe you fucked up so bad you hit Amalite because I'm not far from her.
Yeah,
Why
you're-
would you say that? Why would you say that?
I just put me out of my misery. Send me back to the welcome center. I want to see that handsome,
We need you.
handsome tiefling.
We
Oh, he was an
need
ASMR.
you.
He was an ASMR. Yeah, he was an ASMR.
My mistake.
He was an ASMR. Sorry. Oh, that was horrible. Let's not do that again. Rhea, you're up.
Cool. Well, I don't know if it's like more.
Hold on. I forgot a thing right after Sybil's turn. I need you, Rhea, to make another strength saving throw for me. And Doctor, I need you to make one for me as well.
Oh, thank you.
16.
And Rhea?
8. It hit my cup, so I feel like
All
I
right.
get to reroll.
Doctor, more vines come up and wrap you up. You are now restrained again. Rhea, you are still restrained, and it is now your turn.
Okay.
More vines have wrapped around you, though.
Great. So possibly DC went up. Got it. I'm not feeling good about breaking these vines. This feels like a futile effort. I don't like making attacks at disadvantage, but we're gonna go for that, I guess. So I'm gonna try, and unless you will let me, because I have a flaming sword, make attacks against the vines, and if I have a feeling that might possibly free me, I'm willing to take the hit.
You can try at disadvantage.
I want to set this library on fire. I don't know.
Does it seem like though that this is going to be helpful, or does this seem like, or is this just a you don't know?
I don't know.
If we're going down, we're taking her and her books with us.
Yeah, fuck books. We're over books.
No, not the books. Don't do the books.
No, we're burning them.
Okay, I'm gonna try and technically I get 2 attacks, so I will use both attacks unless this will take the whole thing. I want to try and I'm going to slowly shift my sword around so it's facing up towards me and see if I can get it up between me and the vines. And then as my attack, I want to turn it and push out. So I'm willing to use both my attacks as one attack if it'll make it more effective, I guess is what I'm saying.
So make that one attack, since you're being so specific, make that one attack at disadvantage.
Yes. It was not great, but they are vines, so hopefully. It was an 11.
11 is not going to do it.
Shit. I should have just done my thing. Okay. Does that take both my attacks?
Yeah, because you were like, I
or does it
very
take a
carefully put it up through the thing and then do a deal. What? Does it take movement? No, you have 0.
I was gonna say not necessarily my care. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You described it with meticulous care, so
it was with intention, not care.
It was, yeah. All right. It was,
I'm
Turn out to slice yourself.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do. It was a poor
Amalite.
choice. I've learned my lesson. I'm moving on.
Con save, Amalite.
Yes. Constitution. No, I'm 17.
No.
You are still dumbfounded. This is the craziest day of your afterlife. All right, Dr. Rumbletack, you are restrained.
Guys, we look like such idiots. We're doing so bad.
I mean, we did
totally gonna wipe their memories.
I mean, we did challenge the priest of the god of this world. So, I mean,
she's just super. I don't know. Yeah.
Do I have a sense of are there vines everywhere around me? Do I have the sense that
yeah, they're all up and down and around this pillar.
Right. So I feel like it's not gonna, unless I get off the pillar somehow, it's gonna keep doing its thing. Okay. How far am I from Sybil-ish?
She's here, I think. Oh, whoops, I did it again.
I did it again.
I keep clicking on. Yeah, she's right here. Where the bird's being drawn, actually.
That is perfect.
She's so big, Diane. Why would you do that to us?
That's how enormous Sybil is. Also. That's her size.
Oh,
it's accurate.
So she's that far from me. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70-ish feet.
And she's also 60 feet down.
Okay. Well, not entirely though, because I'm 60 feet above the ground, right? So if she is flat.
Oh, yeah. She's 50 feet down.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is bonus action cannon to try and hit her. Also, if it does hit her, then she gets pushed 5 feet, hopefully 5 feet closer to people with swords. Does a, we know this hits, but just for dramatic effect, 27 hit.
27 will hit. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we'll take 'em.
So this is the cannon, the little tiny cannon that just goes like. It's 2d8 force damage, and I rolled a 1 and a 2. So that's 3 damage total.
Not our day.
And it's also pushed 5 feet farther away from me. So I'm
Okay.
imagining if the cannon is above, it's going to push her towards the ground, hopefully.
We can say that it pushes her towards the ground. It pushes her towards the ground. This isn't going to be an impact into the ground. I don't think.
She's like 5 feet away from the ground now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
And then
I could jump that if I wasn't restrained by these stupid vines.
and then I am restrained. Can I see Sybil from where I am at all, or no?
Yeah. Do you have anything that helps you get rid of cover?
Get rid of cover. No, I don't think so. I
Well,
can't.
Erin's
write-
thinking, can
Did you just
ask
write
you-
stinky about my bird woman?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The vines are coming from the pillar, correct?
Correct.
And okay, I want to try something. I don't know if it's gonna work. I would like to try to cast enlarge / reduce on the pillar and try to reduce the pillar to make it smaller.
Oh, I thought you were gonna enlarge one of us, and I got big.
I can't.
Okay.
You're not in range. Sorry.
That's
fine.
fine.
Oh no, I want giant like us so badly.
So I don't know if this is gonna work.
Is this a load bearing pillar?
Don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Smaller for the duration. Is the pillar willing?
Well, it does say you can cast it on objects, so that doesn't really.
No, but I mean,
Okay, if
It's
you
a
want, it can
magical
make
pillar.
a Constitution saving throw. But it's an object, so I think it's probably not. So
I think it's not gonna, because I didn't have it do a dexterity saving throw. So you reduce this pillar.
Mhm,
And when you do that,
mhm,
you're lucky that you're restrained because you fall off the pillar.
mhm.
And so does your cannon. So your cannon falls to the ground. What does it have hit points? I don't know.
It does, yes.
All right.
Mhm.
And you're on the top of the topidest floor.
Cool.
So you get, and when I say topidest, I mean I only made 4 floors because I got discouraged after 4.
But if she's restrained, she shouldn't take
The
damage.
cannons.
You're right. She shouldn't take damage right now.
I don't understand.
15
cannon's
points
taking
of damage to the cannon.
Okay. It is still standing.
Woo!
Yay.
And now it is on the ground. She's right here.
All
that's so
right.
And hold on, because I need
Is that
to
a
make
little
sure.
like person?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a person with a
It's
cannon.
so cute.
Thanks. I found it for free.
I
They don't
love
have
it.
they had no other free options for
That's okay.
Bonkers.
save settings. All right. Okay, and Doctor, you are now hanging like 10 feet below where that pillar was.
I'm not on the ground? I didn't take damage?
You didn't, the vines were holding you. The vines are all still there. You've just kind of like swung down. You didn't fall all the way yet.
Are the vines also smaller or?
You said the pillar. You said you were reducing
I
the
did.
pillar.
Yeah.
So the pillar is what has been reduced.
All right. Yay. That went better than I thought it would. Hooray.
Yay! Sybil is going to look at you all and say, well, you have all effectively been restrained. Do you surrender? Will you let me wipe your memories without any more nonsense?
I don't know. Will you let me take a swing at you first?
You wish to have one swing in exchange for your memory wiped?
No, we didn't agree with that.
I'm speaking to Rhea.
Oh.
I was prepared to have my memory wiped before you went and insisted on all of this craziness. This, fine. You want to restrain me? Yes. Restrained to a pillar, I am useless. If we were to fight and I was able to use my weapons, then that's a different story. You can even keep flying. Just drop the vines.
Would you be at your best?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Are you saying that you surrender or not?
No.
All right. And she turns to Leica. Do you surrender, Sledge Runner?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to do that.
You stop fighting and you say, I surrender.
I'm not following you.
Amalite's stunned. She doesn't go over to Amalite, but she does fly up to the doctor. She flies up so that she is on the same level as the doctor.
Okay.
It's
just like hanging upside down.
Yeah, so she's now 60 feet in the air.
Well, aren't I? Oh, I'm still 60 feet in the air?
No, she's flown higher than you. She decided to fly just the full thing up.
I thought the vines dropped like with the pillar. And so I thought I was 10 feet off the ground now.
No. You've fallen 10 feet.
Oh.
The 10 feet was a 10 feet fall down.
Okay.
But a snap back so that you're not.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't the pillar drop, if it shrunk by half, didn't it drop 30 feet?
No.
The vines? How the vines are around this pillar in the bookshelf. The pillar reduced itself, so the vines have less to hold on to. So they pretty much all just.
Oh, okay. My bad. I had mentally had the vines like part of the pillar.
Me too.
No, they're wrapped around it. So it's vines all around the pillar. So they are two separate entities.
She's like dangling.
Got it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And she says, Doctor, do you surrender?
Can I take an opportunity attack or no?
She's too far away from you for an attack of opportunity.
Good thoughts, though. I like where your head is at,
Wait,
Doctor.
God,
Yeah.
Done that when she was down on the ground? Fuck.
No, you're stuck in webs.
But I
You're
could
too
throw
far
her
away.
here.
Too far away from her. She's casting spells at a distance. It sucks.
He's like hanging upside down, and so he's doing like, no, just there's you're not seeing us at our best right now. Exactly. Just a little longer.
All right. And she casts.
Wow, that was all just talk. It was all just bonus action.
I think she should stop casting stuff.
No, she did say a lot of things. You know what? She said.
No, it's fine. Sorry.
She said a lot of things. I do the same thing for you guys. And so she just sort of shrugs her shoulders at you. And is like, well, if that's how you want to be. Rhea and the doctor, the vines release you both.
No.
Oh God, the doctor.
the doctor, but Rhea's really excited.
We have to catch.
Can I use my reaction to try and catch the doctor?
Fuck, I'm so far away.
No. Doctor, you take 10,
Oh, dog.
Is it bad that I
19
feel like
points
we
of damage.
19.
19.
Okay.
And then Rhea, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you suddenly feel the ground shift away from your feet.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Gotta warm up the dice. Dirty 20.
All right. As you feel the ground shift away, you realize that it's not the ground shifting away from your feet, but your feet shifting away from the ground as they start to fly over your head, and you're grasping, you're flinging your arms, trying to grasp for vines, but you don't find a purchase to hold on to with your swords in your hands. And so you just begin to float up and up and up.
Her DC is 21, guys.
Good to know.
Do I pass Sybil as I do so, since I haven't used my reaction?
She's too far away from you.
Fine.
She's literally toying with us, you guys.
I know, I hate this so much. It's like, just let me fight things and I can do it, but obviously I can't compete with a spellcaster who's just flinging me around. I'll take damage. Throw a fireball at me. I didn't mean that, Rachel. Please don't throw a fireball.
No, I want to burn the library down. Throw fireball.
No, I actually would rather be taking damage than just this, like, be restrained, be flying about in reverse gravity.
All right. So, okay. All right. So you're now on the second floor. You're going to move up one floor per round unless reverse gravity ends.
Oh man, so
Doctor,
much damage.
you are now on the first floor. Let's get you back in the game, baby. Leica, you are up.
Is the lack of gravity, I don't know about this spell, is this affecting only Rhea or the whole room?
It is affecting.
Oh, it's like an area?
Oh, actually, Amalite, I need you to make a dexterity saving
I
throw.
figured.
Oh no.
Doctor, you also need to make one.
I got a 23.
23. You somehow, in your dumbfounded state, you managed to like hold on to a loose bit of tile on the ground and
Cat
you
claws.
not fly up. Yeah, you dig your cat claws into the floor and you don't wind up flying up into the air.
You know when you try to pick up a cat and they just grab onto whatever they're holding?
Yeah. I, meanwhile, got a 10. I'm assuming my cannon is also affected by this. Is that correct or no?
Yes. Yes.
My cannon got a 15.
Your cannon got a 15 and you got a 10. All right, you're
That is
both floating
correct.
back up into the air.
Sweet.
All right. And Sybil also goes another 20 feet up into the air.
She's totally gonna just drop all of us. We're gonna take all the falling damage.
All right, like
I'm going to say to her, no matter how hard you push it, a fish will never win a tree climbing contest. Come down here and face us on our terms, or you'll never know how good we can be. I'm trying to persuade her. Can I roll? I can roll. I should roll.
you can roll.
Ah! Don't even bother. I'm not even. It was like an 11 plus a 5 plus a 7.
Okay.
So 23?
26 didn't work earlier. I highly doubt the 23 suddenly is going to be the solution.
Yeah.
Does she have a pity response for me?
She goes, the darkness isn't going to care about things being fair, dear. If this is a true test, why should I?
That's a good question.
Play to your strengths, dear. Play to your strengths as much as you
My
can.
strength? My strengths are hitting things with the sword.
All right, Ray, it's your turn.
Maybe that wasn't my whole turn. Alrighty.
Wait. I still have actions.
You're restrained. Are you going to throw another javelin at her when
I'm
she?
going to do the exact same thing I did before and try and
How?
throw.
What's your range on javelins?
Isn't
They
she like
are,
60 feet up?
What?
She's like 60 feet in the air.
Yeah, she's like
31,
80 feet
20.
now. She's 80 feet now.
I can still go.
31, 20.
No, 30/120.
Okay, so that's a disadvantage anyway. All right, so you're just still at disadvantage.
Right? Okay. 12.
Is a miss.
14.
14 is a hit.
What?
So squishy if I could just freaking hit her.
Okay, so then that's 1d6 plus 6, which I'm gonna roll. Okay, so 3 plus 6 is a 9 plus 4. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13
Okay.
points of damage. And then
13
the last
points of
4 are radiant, if that makes a difference.
All right. Thank you. Good to know. Okay. Leica, that was your turn. Rhea, you are up.
Cool. So I'm gonna switch my sword. I'm gonna like sheath my sword, pull out my bow and an arrow and kind of drag it across my arm, which does unfortunately mean I take damage, but it's gonna catch on fire. So I take 2 damage. And then I'm gonna try and shoot her with my arrow. So that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
So my arrow is a d6, hex is also a d6. So that was a freaking 1, that was a 5, 6, so 8 damage. And on that hit, I would like to use Brand of Castigation on her.
Okay.
That just means that I always know the direction of the branded creature. Anytime it deals damage to me or creature I can see within 5 feet of me, they suffer 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
And I would like, so once I have an extra attack, I would like to shoot her again. Okay. That one is a 24.
Damn.
1 piercing damage, 6 necrotic damage.
Yes, Rhea. Woo!
I can do things if I'm not restrained.
Funny how that works.
And that's my turn.
All right. Nice job. Amalite, you want to make a con save for
Thank
me?
you.
I have something that I need to share with the group.
What?
When you
Sorry.
are stunned, you automatically fail dexterity saving throws. So I too
Okay.
should be floating.
All right. Well, then you're up on the second floor with everybody.
And I'm hoping that because I was honest about that, the D&D gods will bless this constitution saving throw.
Yes, D&D gods.
They did not. I rolled an 18.
Oh.
Oh.
So I am still, now I'm even more freaking shocked because I'm floating and I just want to be on the ground and pretty freaking mad at this bird.
Poor Amalite. She's had a hell of a fight this time around. I'm so sorry.
All of us.
Honestly, she
Yes.
shouldn't have cast the hypnotic pattern because I think it stunned herself. She just thought it was so pretty with all the colors.
Doctor, it is your turn.
Question. Can I like air swim horizontally at all? Can I move, or am I just like flipping over?
If you could push off of something, you could move, but there's nothing
there's
for you to
nothing,
push off.
Because there was a giant pillar there and I shrunk it. Cool. Great.
It's not on the second floor. You haven't hit the pillar again yet.
Okay.
So you're on the second bit.
Got it. Okay. Well, first things first. Boom, boom, cannon, boom. Natural 20. Okay, so which is 28 total. 15 total force damage. And she does get pushed 5 feet farther up, I guess. And then
Also 15 damage. Yes, doctor.
that was just a cannon.
It's still you.
No, I mean like I have something else I get to do now. So, how far is she away from us at this point? 75 feet?
She was 60, but then reverse gravity hit, and so she went up another 20. So she's up 85 feet total. So she's 65 feet away from you right now because you're 20 feet up.
Should have done it in the reverse order. Is it possible to do it in the reverse order? To say that I did? No, okay, cool, that's fair. So instead, I am going to cast Scorching Ray. So for that one, because I was just reading up on how to play this class today, I think what happens is that Rumbletak reaches inside his jacket and there's like a series of spinning circles. So like they're bronze and like almost like ticked like a ruler, and he's going to throw it like a frisbee and like have it like soar up at Sybil. So
what level spell is that?
That is a 2nd level spell.
All right. Those spinning discs hurtle towards her, and that lavender stone once again bops into their path and absorbs your spell.
Fuck, I totally forgot about that.
Well, that's too bad because it was gonna do things. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, Rumbletak's not having a great time either. He's spinning and has been up and down, and all the things are happening. So maybe we should surrender. This feels very bad. I'm done.
How many points were done by the cannon again? 15, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is she out of spells yet?
Right. No, she can cast level 8 spells. She has so many friggin' spells. She hasn't even used cantrips on us yet, guys.
I forgot about cantrips.
They're limitless.
Oh no.
Sybil takes a steadying breath, and she readies a spell, and she says, "You all have one last opportunity to surrender. Since your friend is stunned, you will speak on her behalf." And the gravity effect drops.
Yep.
Rumbletak, your cannon takes 4 damage.
Do I have a chance to say something before they fall to the ground?
It's not your order. You're not up yet. You're up next. Doctor, you take.
I don't think this fall can kill me.
You take 10 damage, Doctor.
That's what I was counting on.
Rhea, you take 7 damage.
Oh, really? Great. Sorry.
Amalite, you take 8 damage. All right, Leica, you are up.
Okay. Sybil, I have an offer for you.
Can I keep going?
Keep going. This is your
Okay,
time.
okay.
This is your chance.
If you come down here and without flying, you can use all your spells you want. If I have my sword and you're on the ground, I know I can best you. Are you the reason you're flying around is because you're afraid of us? Are you afraid to face me one-on-one? If I best you one-on-one, then we keep our memories and we leave. And that's persuasion, please.
You can try.
You need a natural 20, my friend, I believe.
Okay, hang on. I don't know why I rolled again. Sorry, the panicked.
You get one roll.
It was an 18 plus a 7 plus a 5.
All right.
It's still not enough?
She looks at you in consideration. Did you want to try and do anything else?
If I say please, can I?
Oh, you got rid of you threw all your things.
I
Yeah,
don't have any
you're
more
good.
javelins.
All right, Rhea, you're on the ground now. She's still up in the air.
This bitch.
But for range purposes,
85 feet.
85 feet?
Mhm.
Damn it.
Rachel, are
We're
we
back on the ground
really
floor.
obvious?
What?
Are we like missing like an obvious solution to this?
I
That
think the obvious solution is that she's so much more powerful than we are.
right, but like
Yes, I think the obvious solution is we're supposed to surrender.
other than that,
I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you afterwards. AfterWorlds.
Ah.
I mean, there were a whole set of stairs we never went up and down.
What are the
No, what are the
chances?
question marks. If I wasn't stunned, I would be exploring. Do you think I
That's
want to
fair.
fight? No, I want to
Rhea's
run
a little-
around.
Rhea's a little focused in. Is this where we are on the map, like in relation to ship to each other?
Yes.
I thought we fell back to the ground.
yeah.
You did. I just didn't move you yet. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I just
Um,
want to make sure. So,
It's the same setup, just on the ground.
no, that's fine. And Leica's like over here.
yeah, roughly around here, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move. No, wait, hold on. Before I move, logistically,
Oh no, my bad. Sorry, I was much.
I
farther.
probably can't shoot a bow if I like climb up 5 feet, right? On something.
What are you
If I,
trying
like,
to
try to
climb on? Because it
climb-
depends what you're trying to climb. If you're trying to climb this pillar, no, because you'll need to hold on to the pillar. It's not
What about
large
the
enough for
bookshelf?
you to
What
be.
about right here?
You're gonna have to roll an acrobatics check to try and shoot. No, it's just gonna be, you'd have to shoot it at disadvantage because the lip of the bookshelves, they're just not they're not out far enough
Disadvantage.
for you to stand comfortably.
Okay, that's fine. I'm at disadvantage anyway then. So I'm gonna move over here. No, I'll move here. And then I'm gonna say, I already made you a promise. And I'm gonna take my attack against her.
Respect it.
It is at disadvantage because she is out of the primary range of my short bow. Either way, I think it hits. Sorry, I forget what my first number was, but it was a 16 or a 15, which puts it at a total of over
Her
20.
armor class is 13.
Great. I rolled higher than that. So the first
Okay.
one hits. My second attack, I don't think it's gonna hit. Nope, I rolled a 2 and a 3. But my first attack should hit. And I realized, damn it. All right, internet people, I have realized now you don't have to yell at me that I have not been doing my my 2 attacks last
Oh.
time. I did not deal damage from my thing, but that's fine. 6 piercing damage, 6 necrotic damage, and 4 fire damage for a total of 16 damage.
All right, those are solid hits.
Yeah.
Good job.
And I don't think I have any bonus actions, so that is my turn.
Okay.
See if I'm unstunned. Nope.
All right, doctor.
All right, so
My whole thing. How did I forget that? Sorry.
okay, we're getting better every time.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting better, Rumbletak is looking very bad, like very near death's door, and isn't really conscious enough to be taking in anything that Sybil is saying. So cannon is going to fire again automatically. +8. That's a 13. That hits, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And that is 2 damage.
Woo, big 2.
Rolled 2 1s, y'all.
Woo!
Anything's better than nothing.
And then I think
Right at this point.
this is not a strategic action that I should be taking, but I think Rumbletak is so disoriented about everything that is happening. His like sense of self-preservation kicks in, and he takes out like a tiny, what looks like a pin, and like puts it inside of his arm and casts Cure Wounds on himself. So he's gonna,
Hey.
yeah, and recovered 12 hit points, which is pretty good.
Nice.
That's great.
That's me. I'm done.
All right, and it is back to Sybil's turn, and she goes, all right. None of you choose to surrender. In that case, I wish your memories of the secret room, time beginning upon your entrance into the library, would be replaced with a battle where you helped me defeat terrible warriors who tried to destroy the library. Thank you so much for your aid. And the wish spell ripples out towards you all and covers you. And you look around, looking for those troublesome people who were trying to destroy this library, who you were defending Sybil against. And you hear her shout out, you got them all. They went back to the welcome center as soon as you killed them. Thank you so much, brave warriors.
That's not fair. She
And she-
cheated.
Lands back on the ground. And she goes and she pats you each. She's, thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to defeat them myself.
Yeah, I had some really good moves in there. I remember them. I fought so good.
Rachel,
I can't
Yes.
believe one of them hit me with this word. It's disgusting.
can I make an insight check? Because she has my brand of castigation, which is weird for me to do against an ally.
See, the modify memory spell, though, says that you will fill in any gaps in the memory. So if it was in a battle,
But is that a wish, or did she make a wish, or did she make a modify memory, or did she just wish to cast modify
she
memory?
used wish to cast like a wish beefed up modified memory on you all. And so with modified memory, you fill in the gaps where where things don't make sense. You can roll an insight check to see if you have a lingering suspicion about maybe something doesn't quite add up with the brand of castigation. You're going to have to roll very high on this DC.
I rolled terribly. Anyways, it's a total of 9.
It's a total of 9. Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, if we were fighting, why is my brand of castigation on her? And then you think to yourself, oh, one of the men who was in here charmed me into thinking she was an enemy, and I cast it on her on accident, and you drop I don't remember how brand of castigation works, but if
do
you
have to
can
drop
drop it, then because we're out of combat and they're gone.
That was my backup plan. Okay.
That was exhausting. Miss Sybil, do you know who those people were and why they attacked the library?
She goes, sometimes people decide to take justice, or whatever you want to call it, into their own hands. It's not justice. some people, once they realize they're dead, decide to loot and pillage and murder to their heart's content.
That is simply barbaric. At a library, nonetheless.
Library.
Well, this was a lot more interesting than I thought a trip to a library was going to be. Jerry, you find out all the information you needed?
Did I find out all the information?
Oh, yes. What were you? You were looking for information in the library.
Oh, yes. We've already learned a lot. We are new here, and it's just it has been a whirlwind of a day, let me tell you. And I would love to get just some more information about how AfterWorld works and the bureaucracy that we have to go through in order to go back to life. Eventually, all of us are very eager to return back to Perrin.
Yes, of course. And she goes over to the desk and she grabs out a little piece of paper, summons a quill into her hand, and goes, "The bureaucracy of Perrin. Well, first you must do the memory trials if you don't have your ID to verify that you are who you say you are. And I'd like everybody to roll vibe checks for me."
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Rhea, you know in your heart you don't trust her.
There's something that is off-putting about her explanation of all of this to you. As she goes over to the library and writes her little note out about the steps of the
My vibe check was terrible, so
what was
it? It was a 7.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
22. Now that
Excellent.
I don't need it.
Leica, you are still stuck in the webs. And she goes, "Oh, if anyone's got a fire spell or something, you can dissolve those fairly quickly."
I'll walk over. I'll just like run an arrow across.
No, don't do that for Rhea.
I already took the damage. I just run it and coat it in my blood and it catches on fire.
Oh, that
And I'll cut through.
There's something a little bit off-putting to you all about Sybil. And she writes out the list, and it's it's the same information I gave you before. The memory trial, records town, stand in lines, etc., etc. She implies that if you want to move ahead in line, maybe you can make a deal with people who are farther up in line with their numbers and stuff like that.
Like,
is there
how you get to know
gonna lay a hand on Rhea and give her a hit point?
Okay.
Get 1.
Thanks.
Do I remember in the process of fighting these bad guys, do I remember summoning the steed?
Murdering it?
And murdering it? Am I gonna have to have a freak out?
We can say that you used that spell slot, but that you don't remember which spell you used it for. It might have been for a divine smite or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Unless you, Dyer, want to have a nice freak out about this.
No, I think it would be more fun for me to forget that and then have a moment where I learn
about it later.
Be nicer to my reindeer.
Great.
But the reindeer remembers that the first time I summoned
the reindeer remembers.
Hashtag the reindeer, remembers.
Always remembers.
I think that would be like a fun little dynamic for me to explore with this intelligent creature that I summoned to immediately murder.
Amazing.
After she finishes telling you about the steps of bureaucracy, and then, and that's how then you have to go see the darkness, and the darkness will process you for new life once your identity is in order.
Cool. Well, that matches the information that we have. That's good to know that it's all consistent across the board. Thank you very much for your time. I would love to spend more time here, but I honestly am feeling very tired. I think perhaps we should retire to the inn and return another day.
Before we go, Miss Sybil, could you give us a recommendation for your favorite book here about AfterWorld?
Yes, may we check out books and take them with us?
You may.
What do you recommend for good reading?
One moment, please. And she flies up into the stacks to different shelves and picks out a book for each of you. Flies back down with the stack of them. Now, I assume have you been to the memory department already?
Yes, we have. Yes.
And you've spoken with Roscoe Dirt.
Oh, yes.
That rascal.
Lovely.
Yes. Well, Roscoe very much appreciates this series based on the wasted spaces. And she hands to you, Leica, a book that's got this like cowboy on the cover
Hell yeah.
with a sunset behind him.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it says, it is called How the Waste Was Won.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Can there be a romance novel called Waste No Time or Waste Not Whatnot?
Oh my gosh, yep.
Rachel's like,
Waste Not Whatnot.
thank you, Miss Sybil. This looks very exciting.
Now, I feel I should warn you that these books that Roscoe enjoys can be what some might call spicy. So as long as you feel you can handle that, action, adventure, and romance, if you will. You seem like you'll be fine. And she hands Amalite. She gives to you. Or you know what? She looks at you again and she goes, perhaps you won't be fine. And she switches it out and she gives you instead a different book called Palpitations. I think that was the first one. This is a young adult series. It's about the Blood Wars. And you remember, I think you remember that this was Raya looks interested in the Blood Wars one. Well, perhaps your friend would like it better. Here,
Fire remembers.
Isn't that what I was looking for information on, Rachel?
these are the Blood Wars is what you were looking for.
The Blood Wars,
information
right?
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Okay, continue.
I think I knew the author when I was alive.
You know the author. You look at the name and you remember, oh no, I didn't know the author. I knew the kid who loved
Kid who loved it.
Oh, shit. Sorry. That's a dire mistake.
Raoul loved these books.
Right. Oh,
I think his name was Raoul.
I'm a big fan back when I was live on Caribou. How exciting! Now I'll finally be able to get what he was talking about.
Yes, it's a good series. Here, Miss Rhea, I'll give you the How the Waste Was Won in case you and Leica would like to switch. Or do you just want one book between the two of you?
Well, maybe Rhea could read How the Waste Was Won first and then let me know if she thinks it.
This is the one that Roscoe Dirt would like?
Yes, well, he's already read this one, I think. Did you want to take him the latest?
Sure. I mean, I don't really care about spicy novels, so I'll take one for Roscoe.
Do you like to read?
About topics I'm interested in, I guess. Got any historical books on the Blood Wars? Say maybe the elves fighting in such battles? Villages that gave their lives.
Certainly. She takes the How the Waste Was Won back and flies up and comes down with a different book. And it just says the Elvish account. And it is of the Blood Wars. It's an Elvish account of the Blood Wars.
Okay. Sorry, I know.
And then
plane wise, I probably should have taken Roscoe Dirt. So if anyone else wants to grab it.
She's already reshelved it. It doesn't matter. She goes, Miss Amalite, I think you might like this one. And she hands you Thief of Her Heart.
Yes.
I knew her.
Which one?
You see on the front. Oh, you see on the cover a picture of Nim.
It's Nim and some elf dude like in an embrace, man.
And like the romance novel pose.
Mhm. Yeah. They're both wearing like full leathers, but it's still like fighting leathers, but it's still real steamy. It's real steamy.
Cool.
Is it steam or are they like pose steamily, like surrounded by things to fight? I don't know. Continue.
Well,
It looks a lot
it
like
doesn't matter. In my head, they're like both trying to rappel down the same rope.
Yes.
Like with a lot of angry sexual tension between the two of them, and there's like a window that's lit behind them, but it's full night out, so you can't like you can see their bodies, but you can't really see their bodies because
Cool.
I love that so much.
that's the
Somehow
color
their
that's in my
faces
head
are
for this
also
book
lit.
that I have
like,
to
the
somehow.
faces are still lit enough.
Oh yeah, no, their faces are beautifully lit. Everything else is in shadow. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's Thief of Her Heart.
That looks a lot like Nim.
Yeah,
That is the character's name. Yes.
but I know her. She's not a character.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are there any books about us?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
Sorry.
Man, I should have got to know her a little better.
I know we could have been in a book.
You know that girl?
Yeah, she joined after you died. Weird. Do you guys ever get deja vu?
I don't know what that means. What language
Sorry,
is
I'm laughing. So
Yeah, sort
that?
of.
Celestial?
Yeah,
That's a
celestial. What does Rumbletak get?
Rumbletak.
Him.
Sybil, as they're talking about Nim on the cover of this book, Sybil sort of draws you away a little bit and goes, "Please don't ask how I know this, but I heard you were working on something in life. So I thought I might give you a book to help you should you ever return." And she passes to you this very, very thin tome. And it's called Power of the Soul.
This is incredible. Who wrote this?
It is a theoretical tome, you understand. It's really more notes that I have compiled based on my musings of AfterWorld and some other things, but you might find it helpful.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I know I'm not supposed to ask you this because you just told me not to, but how do you know about my work?
She leans close to you and just whispers, "Melancholy sends her regards. Now, on your way, you need a rest.
Oh, I want to know that backstory.
Thank you so much, Miss Sybil. You've been really helpful.
Yeah, I'm glad the library's safe and that I fought so valiantly and had a lot of really good moments where I hurt people with hit points and stuff.
Well, I don't know about that, Amelie. I think we might be remembering things a bit different.
That doesn't sound right.
In any case, we will definitely be back.
Regardless, yeah. Could we come by another time for more if we've got more questions? You've been so helpful and kind to us. You really seem like a good friend. To have
Thank
at the
you.
place.
The library will be closed for a few days while I make sure and assess that everything is as it should be. You can see," and she points to where earlier the cannon hit the books, "some damage has accrued, so I will need to manifest it back into working order."
Well, we're not great at manifesting yet, Miss Sybil, but if you need hands, I'm quite strong. I could help out.
I appreciate that, Miss Sledge Runner, very much.
Of course, and we'll be around. I guess. I think we have a memory trial or few to get through.
We have 2 left.
Marins, yeah.
We'll be around until we get back to Param. Apparently, so apparently.
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 That was a great joke.
I'm glad you liked it, Mum. Let us know if you need anything. I don't know if there's like a. Well, I know there's like a, but I don't know if there's some sort of.
I have a spell to contact you should you need.
Oh, perfect.
And should you need to contact me,
Right. That was exactly what I was about to ask.
I shall give you something to help you if you wish.
Of course.
Excuse me a moment. And she walks over, and you now notice that one of the shelves is a little pushed out from the wall of the library, and there is a little secret compartment back there. And she's like, I am just going to my private rooms. And she walks down. She's down there for a couple of minutes. You're alone in the library. She comes back up, and in her hands, she has 4 bells. Yeah, like ringing bells.
Okay.
Now, this may seem strange, but AfterWorld is a strange place. I will give you each a bell, so you may call me one time, should you wish. But I must place them in the center of your back.
Like, literally inside our backs?
Yes, but you'll be able to get it out for each other as long as you're still together.
Will it hurt?
Can I make another insight check?
Same, please.
Yeah.
Oh man, is this
Also-
a Mia thing, Rachel?
I don't believe it will hurt.
Have you not done it to yourself?
I've never had to call myself.
That's a fair point. I regret asking it.
Well, my phone died, but I'm pretty sure it's a 24.
I got a 24.
It's a natural 19, and I
Oh.
think I have 5 to insight.
And mine was a 17, and I have 7.
That is a magic that you have never heard of, and it is weird that they need to be placed in your back. The Sybil doesn't seem to be nefarious in her intent about these bells. She just seems to be like, this is how they work, and that's how it goes. But as far as you guys know, this is not a thing.
If we wiggle really hard when it's in there, would it ring?
I don't know. Shall I put yours in and we can see?
Sorry,
Alright.
that's the same. I got the same thing with the 24.
Yeah, because you both got 24s.
Oh, okay.
Can we refuse this? I feel like given that
Yes.
we have weird vibes.
Well, no
Okay.
worries. I mean, if so, I'm gonna get it put in. So then we've got one.
That sounds reasonable. I don't think all of us need one.
No. Well,
All right.
everyone's a bit different physiologically, and I'm quite big and strong, so I've no worries carrying a little bell in me.
Are you sure?
I'm not too stressed. I mean, after all, it's just if I don't want it in there, then you can just take it out, right? Right,
A
Miss?
friend could remove it, certainly.
And I've got
A
friends.
friend to her.
Ah, you're beginning to catch on to AfterWorld. Yes, one of you may remove the bell.
Okay.
That doesn't sound so bad.
And this lets us summon you, and if you come, you will aid us.
Or call me, or if you know, call and ask a question, ask me to come to where you are.
What do you
ask
mean
for aid.
call?
Like a sending spell.
Oh, okay.
And you will respond.
Unless I am incapacitated.
What's any harm to it?
Seems
I
reasonable.
sort of just gesture towards Leica.
All right. And she takes out of her pocket this little hole, and she puts the other 3 bells in it, folds it up, puts it back in her pocket, comes over to you and goes, all right, turn around, my dear. And right in the center of your back, she pushes a bell, and you feel this very ticklish sensation go through you as the bell is pushed into your flesh, and then the tickle sort of reaches out throughout your whole rest of your body and resolves itself, and you don't feel anything.
Move
What do you
around.
feel?
I spin in a circle and jump up and down and see if I can make it jingle.
It
Can you
it
hear anything?
doesn't
I can't really hear anything.
it doesn't jingle.
Oh, it's a bit disappointing. I thought I might, you know, it would
I'm-
be worse at sneaking around.
I'm sorry. Next time I try to manifest these, I'll see if I can't put a little jingle into them.
Oh no, don't do that on my account. Other people might not be so.
No, it's pretty funny.
Should two of us
The
have it to be
The
safe?
idea is that it is a secret thing, but you know, the jingling would be silly.
It does feel secret. I appreciate you taking the time to trust me for this, Miss Sybil. I
Yes.
won't come into any bad hands.
The only notice you'll see is now a small bell tattoo on your back.
Tattoos are against my religion. I'm just kidding.
I was waiting for that. I was like, if it's against anyone's religion, it's like us.
Nah, that's not the sort.
Sybil, is it too late for me to take one as well?
You may take one.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
I like strategically, I feel like two of us having it could be good in case like us like the only one who's conscious.
I can still hear y'all, but I desperately have to go to the room, so I will be right
Yeah,
back.
go.
Crit fail, so go for it.
She seems on a level.
Man, I'm so torn.
Can I retroactively vibe check when she told me about melancholy? Sort of hush to see where the vibe is there. Like if it's like a malicious thing, or if it's like a winky thing, and that's a natural one. I have no clue.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay. Natural
Now we're
one.
rolling
Let's
nat
see.
ones.
All right. You're pretty sure that it's a winky thing.
Okay.
That she's like, melancholy, you know. Camaraderie, secret time.
Somewhat confused and just kind of like looking puzzled.
Okay.
So Rhea's gonna approach Sybil and then stop and be like, this bell, does it let you, I don't know, track me, sense me, see through me, any of that?
It will only
Summon
allow-
me.
Ah, you've made pacts before.
Yeah. What am I getting into here? I'm willing to do it if it's just for our friends.
When she says that to you, your superstition senses go off. She goes, there is some tracking to it, simply because were you to ask me to appear, I would need to know where you were. Reasonable. Otherwise, it operates like a sending stone. Are you familiar?
Yes. I don't know. Would Rhea
Yes.
be familiar? Sure, yes.
I feel like Rhea would know what a
Yeah,
sending
I got
stone
arcane.
is.
I'm
yeah.
arcane. Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Sending stones. I've heard of those.
Yes, so besides the slight tracking that is involved should you summon me, it operates like a sending stone. Turn
Man.
around.
Leticia doesn't want to do this, but Rhea has no reason not to. Gonna turn around and let her do it. I feel like I'm entering into a pact with Param in the darkness at the same time.
It's gonna be super well. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so bad.
Well, I mean, they're two sides of the same coin, right? Like, why don't you just have two?
I
sides
don't want it.
Same
If
side
Rhea
coin?
knew, she would be so bad. I don't know though. I'm trying not to metagame, so go for it.
She pushes the little bell into the center of your back. And where Leica felt a tickle that was not necessarily uncomfortable, but it was, a tickle nonetheless. What you feel is that sort of ticklish nerve, uncomfortable feeling that nearly goes almost into pain, but not quite. And as the bell fully goes into your body, that feeling disperses throughout all of your limbs and gives you goose pimples as it dissipates. But it happens very quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Will this interfere with my pact at all?
It shouldn't. Should you face whoever your pact is with? I'm assuming the darkness. They switch
would I
everyone's pacts to the darkness here.
Is that
When you go to New Life, I'm sure he'll notice it. I don't know if you go to try and see him sooner or he summons you for afterworld business. I don't know what the darkness does.
Yes, did you say that he and like takes her paper of like bureaucracy? Isn't he
I
like
do want to insight check that.
in
Yeah,
the
you should
last-
insight check that.
Is he in the last step of the bureaucratic process, correct?
He is, yeah.
We do. Yeah, we have to talk to him. I got a 15.
21?
Which is my passive.
She is not telling you the truth. When she said, I don't know what the darkness does, something about that is a lie.
Okay, what about it interfering with my pact?
You don't get the sense that it's like gonna mess up your pact or give you a new
Okay.
pact or anything like that. You get the
Okay.
sense that it is just like she put a sending stone inside your body. At
Cool.
least
Just wanna make
from
sure
what
not,
what she believes. This is what
Okay.
she believes about the spell.
Forced parent pact.
Great.
Cool.
Is the darkness just like around then? I kind of thought he would be sort of above the whole, like, day to day interacting with.
Well, no one has seen the darkness for quite some time. Unless they go to him, I suppose. But like in general afterworld, he has not come about. They have not come about.
Yes, what are the darkness's pronouns, should we ever have the pleasure?
Fear and terror.
That's very funny.
I'm just kidding. I believe they prefer they.
We did talk about this last episode, and it was they or him, and then most people say him.
Yes.
Okay. But she's
But
saying they.
But
Okay.
She's saying they.
Okay.
She's saying they prefer they.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess we have no memory. Okay. Yep. Got it. I remember to forget.
The darkness, like, would you think is it good to meet the darkness if you're a soul trying to get back to Param? Like, is that?
I mean, that's the last step to get back to Param, so we kind of gotta do it. Let's hope they don't hold the pact against me.
Speaking of which, I am very tired. That fight with the warriors really took it out of me. I think perhaps
Lawyers.
we should.
Warriors.
Oh, he said lawyers.
For that legal battle we just fought.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So we all have completely different memories of this.
And I know we wanted to get on to your trial, Miss Amalite, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Perhaps we should rest and then visit Mr. Dutt and see if we can continue.
My cats are running.
It is late at night. We're filming late at night now. The cats are
Yeah.
active. So
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I feel like this was a good warm-up fight. I feel really good about all of the moves I got to do here in the library. I'm very prepared to take on my memory trial.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you all. Thank you for visiting.
Thank you so much, Miss Sybil. We will return.
And we'll return the books.
Return the books.
Oh, yes, of course.
Although you said the library was going to be closed for a few days. Is there a book slot?
I'll put one in.
That's power. I like you.
Thank you.
I know. I feel like we've really gotten along really well. I'm really excited to see where our friendship goes with Sybil.
Excellent.
See, I told you libraries are wonderful. You should have trusted me.
She's been so kind and so understanding of us.
Lesson learned. I feel like just slow fade on all of us raving about how much we love Sybil.
As you walk back to the inn, talking about how much you love Sybil, that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Gotta
Thank you,
remember to
guys.
eat that cookie.
You got to remember to eat that cookie next time on Unfinished Business.
Oh yeah, you still have the cookie.